everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hello! Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 527. It premieres, we are premiering this class every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. The reason I tell you that is because that's when we live chat. There are hundreds of us on the live chat every Saturday morning. So if you see a live chat going on over here, it'll be on this side. Say hello. We would love to meet you. I do my best to say hello back. The live chat's going, so I'm trying to keep up. But I know others in our community, our crafting community on the SMS channel, YouTube channel, will say hello to you. We are thankful to meet you and can't wait to learn more about you. Today is a fun class. It's fun. There's a lot going on. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. There's technique involved, and I have to show you several different products before I can put a beautiful bow around it and make this fabulous finished package for you. You're like, wait a minute, I don't know where she's going with some of this. Wait, it will make sense, I promise. I've got Crafter's Companion, I've got Creative Expressions, I've got exclusive product, and I know it's exclusive because I bought it all. If I want to make something exclusive and the manufacturer's like, meh, I'm like, well, how much do you have? And well, we've got this much. Okay, I'll buy it all. Then it's exclusive. There's more than one way to get around, right? Is it for sale or is it for sale? So I have got first to market on some of this beautiful product and technique aplenty, I promise you. Again, it might not make sense in the beginning, but hang with me in our full-length technique-based class. And at the end, I think you will be going, I got it. And you'll be able to say, you know what? I love that product. I love what she did with that. And I have something very similar to it. I'm going to go try it right now. Or you're going to say, I've never seen something like that before. I want to get that. Or you're going to say, this isn't for me. Thank you for the class. I appreciated it. Love the samples at the end. Everybody's so friendly, but this is not my thing. And that's okay too. We're a crafty community. That means that we welcome everybody, no matter what their style of crafting is or what their medium is, whether they're mixed media, fine art. I'm not a fine artist, but I use fine art materials all the time. Maybe you're a card maker, a scrapbooker, a knitter. Maybe you do jewelry. Maybe you make candles. There's something here to learn that will be able to translate into the craft that you do. I think so. So today, Crafter's Companion, Creative Expressions, a whole lot of stuff to look at and a whole lot of stuff to show and share. But before we get there, I have winner chicken dinner to talk about. And this week it's a little different. Normally our winner is always two. We give two away. So if you're new to Scrapbooking Made Simple, hey, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner. Hope you're joining me Saturday morning and you say hello. But every Saturday, we typically give two $25 gift cards away to lucky peeps who post their comment below. You have to post below. Last week, there were so many of you posting in the live chat how you wanted to divvy up the money. The live chat comments don't count. It has to be below. So look down, there's a place to comment. Post your comment as long as it is kind. You're like, who wouldn't be kind? You'd be surprised. So this, see me? See this? I'm not voguing like Madonna. I am saying that this is off limits to the comments, good or bad. Just post something about your life. Tell us about you. Tell us about your kids, your fur babies. Tell us about your job. Tell us that you had a great day. Tell us you had a crappy day. That's okay too. Those are all okay comments. Commenting about my laugh or the way I look, you wouldn't do that to my face. I don't think you would. If you're bold enough to do that, wow. Just wow. But remember, if you can, just because you're behind a keyboard doesn't give you permission. So if we could keep the comments to kind comments, my son, SMS guy James, he will approve them. So you won't see your comment right away. He goes through and he gets rid of all the spam stuff. You don't want to see all the spam stuff. And he gets rid of the ones that are not so kind. Thankfully, I don't see them anymore because he does it all. And he will only tell me if there's something really So keep it kind. We'll approve your comment, and then every week we announce 2 winners to win $25 unless we hit a milestone. And a milestone for us is when I get to the next 100,000 subscribers. So it took me 10 years to get to 100,000 followers. And then it's the truth. The more you have, the more you get. The more you have, the more you get. We hit this plateau that propelled us up to, well, I'm over 500,000 subscribers right now. It's like, it took me 10 years to get to 100,000, but then it's just like, ooh, and the more we have, the more we get. It is the way it is. So for every 100,000 subscribers, we do a bigger giveaway. I hit 500,000 the last YouTube, so we gave away $500. Well, we're giving away $500 in gift cards. And I asked all of you, how would you like me to divvy up the money? Because I want nothing to do with that. You tell me how to divvy up the money. Some of you said, one person, $500, all of it. Some of you are like, 2 people, $250. Some of you are like, 500 people, $1. I'm like, those were funny. I will say those were funny. But we had our random software select one winner. And then we looked at what that winner had posted. And if they had posted one for $500, they would have won it all. Our winner picked 10 people, $50 each. So I have 10 to read. Now, for those of you who do not know me, I am severely dyslexic. Not like, I'm dyslexic, like I'm severely dyslexic. So reading this is going to be a challenge for me. I will do my best. The first name isn't even an option for me. Patty? Who Gestrat? Okay, that's our first winner. So I'm going to try and read these the best I can, but then I will turn them to the camera so you can see if your name is there. If it is, you have to do nothing to claim your prize. All you have to do is go to your online account and see that that $50 is waiting for you to spend on anything that makes your heart happy. And today I've got beautiful things to make your heart happy. There is a little bit of something for everybody. I've got dies, I've got paper, I've got stencils, I've got an embossing folder. It is wahoo kachoo. Crafter's Companion put out a collection called Bella Luna, and Creative Expressions put out a Jamie Rogers collection of fairies. And I saw the Jamie Rogers collection a while ago, and the Bella Luna hasn't even released yet. And when I saw the Bella Luna, I grabbed those fairies and I said, I've got an idea. And that's how YouTube's come to be. Sometimes I've had the fairies sitting here for probably a month, not sure what to do with them. But then I got this email about this Bella Luna paper, and it's like, okay, I need it all. I need all of it. So I'm going to read these names for you. These are our winners of our $50. And hopefully you find something that makes your heart happy. And if you want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, remember, it's below. Just put your comment below. And next week we'll be back to our $25. But once we get to 600,000, we'll give $600 away, and 700,000, $700 away. And dare I say $1 million, we would give $1,000 of gift cards away. Mr. SMS is like, hey, wait. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Shh, don't pay any attention. Pay no attention over there. Just turn your table around and look at your computer screen. All right, are we ready? Let's pick some, well, let's announce some winners. I already did Patty. Hello, Patty. I'm so sorry. I am sure that I botched your name. I'm positive. So Patty, who guessed straight? Patty, I love you. I have no clue. Carol Shea. That one was easy. Well done, you, Carol. Karen Colclasher? Karen Colclasher, am I close? Brenda Bushala? Brenda, is that close? Brenda Bushala? Jerry Ann Flugman. I know, I'm so sorry. I feel so badly, but this is what it is. I do my best. Jan Eastwick. I know, Jan. I know the next one too. Jenny's getting inky with it. You're like, well, how do you know who Jenny's getting inky with? It's an odd screen name for YouTube, but if we can find you in our online account, if we can take your Jenny's Getting Inky with it and figure out who you are by your email address that you have with us, people are like, well, I don't have my name is not my username. That's okay. If we can figure out who you are, you're going to win. So Jenny's Getting Inky with it. Maria. Maria Aguayo? I don't know. Maria Aguayo? Okay, no. I know the next one though. Connie Sue Larson. And I know the last one. Mary Alsop. Okay, happy day. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this like it's credits on a movie, so that you can see your name. And I did my best. And I know that some of you are like, oh, not even close, honey. That's okay. It's okay. God loves a trier, and I tried, so. Now we have to do the winner chicken dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. Congratulations to all of you. I hope you enjoy your $50. And as we get to 600,000 subscribers, we will do $600 in gift cards. That is wow. I feel like there's like something right here itching me. So there, hopefully I got it. It's like right there itching me. Okay, so $600 for the next 100,000. When we get to 600,000 subs, we'll do $600 in gift cards. Congratulations to all of you that won. Enjoy, spend it on whatever makes your heart happy. And who knows, maybe what you see today will. So I am going to tilt on down. We're going to get started. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then we're going to tie it all up into a beautiful package. I will tell you that some of this product is, like I said, I bought it all. So the only place you're going to find it is here. I know that HSN had one of these products in the 12 by 12 and it sold out pretty much like that. I have it in the 6 by 6 and I'm not sure if that's where I'm going to start or not. We're going to tilt on down. Let's just get started, right? Let's just get started. Eventually I'll get to all of it. And let's zoom on in and down. So I've made my flight reservations for Germany, Creative World in January. Oh my gosh, so much going on. Let's see. So let me show you a quick sample or two. Maybe down just a little more. Hello, Make-A-Wish. Now, the paper is Crafter's Companion. The glitter paper is Crafter's Companion. The dies our creative expressions. Isn't she pretty? Ooh. Okay, there's one. Then we have here, again, paper is Bella Luna by Crafter's Companion. Dies are by Creative Expressions. And the glitter paper is by Crafters. Ooh. And then the last one I have for you, we used a stencil from Creative Expressions. And the stencil, it's perfect for these. We did the stenciling, we used some of the paper, and then we used that glitter paper. Isn't that beautiful? All right, some samples to share and show. Now let's get started. First off, I think I'm just going to show you this because everybody's been emailing and emailing and emailing. I put this on Facebook and on Instagram. Yes, I'm on Instagram. Please find us on Instagram. I am not doing as well on Instagram as I am on YouTube. I haven't gotten to that point where you just start getting more and more people. So I posted this a while ago that it was coming soon, and oh my gosh, all of you were like, when? This is by Crafter's Companion. It is glitter, beautiful ombre glitter card. It's gorgeous. Now when I got it, well, HSN had this in 12 by 12, the 12 by 12 size. We cannot ship the 12 by 12 size. So I asked, I said, do you have it in 6 by 6? They said, yes. I said, how much do you have? They said, we only have this many packs until next year sometime, maybe February next year. So I bought it all. So when you buy this, we are actually selling this only as a 2-pack because I had to buy all of it. So we're selling it as a 2-pack. So you and your bestie get together and buy the 2-pack and you can split it then. What's inside is, the cover does no justice to it whatsoever. I almost wish they had used a piece of the paper to show you how beautiful it is, because the cover is boohoo. Inside is magic. The colors are amazing. And I think the thing that, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Isn't that fabulous? I think the thing that really struck us most was how it feels. It does not feel like glitter at all. I don't know how, it is so smooth and so satiny. It doesn't, there's no, it's the weirdest thing at all. You see the glitter, you see it, it's right there. It's not hiding from you. And yet when you touch it, it's as smooth. Well, I'd say as smooth as a baby's bottom. So it is, really it is. And it is by Crafter's Companion. It is their ombre glitter cardstock, and we have it on sale, but it does, I think it's around $15 for the two, is my guess, somewhere around $15 for both of them. And like I said, if you have to split them up, give one to a friend, go in together and they'll pay you back and buy you a Starbucks coffee, and that basically covers it. But we did buy all of it because I just could not, I was so worried that I wouldn't have enough, and then everybody would be like, well, why did you run out? So this time I'm not going, well, I still will probably run out, but it is beautiful. Now I will tell you, there's little tiny, can you see the little ripples in it? Those ripples aren't in the paper. The paper is completely flat. That's from the rollers when they come off. It really doesn't affect the paper at all, but I do want to make you aware of it. When the paper comes off the cutting and laying down the adhesive and the top coat, some of it has a little bit of that and some of it doesn't. Don't be surprised if you see it. It's part and parcel with this type of paper. It happens no matter who manufactures it. So I wanted to make you aware of that. Now I'm going to put this away for just a little bit because we're going to start with this product right here. Now they've packaged it under the Bella Luna which makes me a little nervous because anytime Crafters packages something under the collection name, that usually means it's a one and done. It's not what they call a core product. If this was in a Crafters Companion header or said Crafters Companion product, then I would think it would be core. But because this is under Bella Luna, I think they only did this for this collection, and when it's gone, it's gone. What is it? All right, well, I've got it right here. First off, I have to say this, squash, gouache. Okay. That's how you pronounce this name is what I'm told. Gouache. It's gouache paint. And what's gouache paint? Well, it's kind of maybe an acrylic-based white paint. You may have something already very similar to it. If you have an acrylic white paint, maybe you have the Sizzix acrylic white paint, but it's pronounced, I understand, gouache. Squash. That's how I know to remember it. I had to call somebody and say, okay, I'm going to spell it, but you have to tell me how to pronounce it. It comes with this pin. This is the magic maker right here. This is why I bought this set. This is why we brought this in. I didn't bring everything from the Bella Luna collection in, trust me, there was a lot. I only brought some very specific products in, and this was one of them. And it really had to do with the pin. Now, I think the pen they sell for $5.99 by itself, and I think we have this, both of them for almost that price. I want to say it's close to that. So it's almost like getting the gouache for free. Now, what does the gouache do? Well, again, it is, let me just grab a piece of black paper. It is a white acrylic. It's a nice size. You get a lot. And it's just a nice white acrylic paint. Very smooth. So nothing overly special about it. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's white paint. But it's that pen that had my heart going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. What does the pen do? The pen is an acrylic paint pen. And so in white, shake it if I need to get it going a little bit, give a little bit of a press. Love the pen. It's worth the price for the pen. So any kind of dark paper, it's going to show up, not a problem. Wahoo Kachoo. So the reason I brought this in was for the pen. But as I was playing, I wanted to find a use for the squash gouache. And I think I did. So these are the first two items that we're going to talk about, or that I wanted to show you. And they're only sold in the set. And because it says Bella Luna on it, it makes me worried that maybe it is a one and done. The rest of the product in the Bella Luna category that we have for you is the 6x6 paper, the vellum, the luxury cardstock, linen cardstock, and I brought in the embossing folder. That's it. The Bella Luna collection is going to be much bigger than this, and it is possible when it does release everywhere else, you may want to pick up the dies and the stamps that go with it. I kept it very simple to the 6x6 paper, the printed vellum, the linen, the embossing folder, and the medium. And that is the I Want It All bundle, but it's also available open stock. So I think now that I've shown you what these two do, I think I might show you maybe I show you, we die cut a little bit. Should we die cut a little bit? We could die cut a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna bring over my glitter card. And the dies that I have, again, I didn't bring everything in from the collection. There are more than this available. I picked the ones I liked the best. So we've got our Birthday Wishes Fairy with all the little add-ons. We've got Make-A-Wish Fairy with all the little add-ons. Actually, there's more than this because all of these stars fall out, so you get those too. We have our Sitting on the Moon Fairy. And then I brought this one in. And I'll tell you, I brought it in, and I know it's crazy, for the 3 little tiny fairies. I love the tree, I love the little houses, but I love the 3 little tiny fairies the best, honestly. So maybe we start with die cutting some of these. Maybe I'll start here. I'm gonna start with her. And I'm gonna pull some paper. Let's grab it. Let's just grab a sheet of everything, just so we have a sheet of everything. It really doesn't feel like glitter. I don't know what it is. I don't know what magic they've got going on over there at Crafters, but hello. All right, so I've got a sheet of each. That'll get me started. And I am going to use my Sizzix Big Shot machine. So I'm going to bring it on over, and I am going to go ahead and use my precision base plate with this. She is a little intricate. Look at those wings on her. And I'm asking her to cut a piece of paper that is more than paper. This is white paper on the back. That's the foundation of this. But then they have layered on some kind of glitter happiness, and then they've put down adhesive on the white paper and then layered it on with some kind of glitter happiness and then sealed it with something. This almost feels like a sheet of plastic that has been layered on the top, a sheet of plastic that has a glitter look to it. It is amazing. So, in fact, why don't I'll cut her and her at the same time. And we'll do a couple of them. So I'm just going to trim her down, and I kind of have to decide what I want her to look like. Maybe I'll have her wings pink. Because this is a paper that definitely has some sort of an adhesive to hold on this top sheet, die cutting with this is going to need a precision base plate. And where we're used to a precision base plate and everything just falling right on out, that's not necessarily going to happen here. And let's get her. So we'll cut a couple pieces, just to get started. I'm going to probably need more than this, but this will get us started. So I have got my platform, my base platform that comes with your machine. I've got my solo shim that comes with my machine. I've got my precision base plate that does not come with your machine. It is an extra purchase, and I will try to remember to put it as part of the YouTube Yummies because you're going to need it. I have got my glitter paper face up, my dies face down, so those ridges right against my paper, and then I have a either a do not cut plate or something a little bit older. My do not cut plate has been used. You can see that it has got embossing like almost into it, and that is from the precision base plate. I'm going to send it through, and then I am definitely going to do a rotate. So again, we're asking a die that has no blade in it whatsoever to cut through the white core paper, the glitter paper, the adhesive paper. So, oh, she moved. Well, we're gonna do her again. I'm gonna send them on through. I'm still gonna use her. I'll put a star right over that. So typically when we use our precision base plate and we cut a die, we take it off and everything just kind of falls right on out. It's a little bit of happiness. Because this is a glitter paper, we are going to have to spend just a wee bit of time to get everything out. The big pieces fall out pretty easily, but her wings, what's in her wings is going to take, if this was just cardstock, it would just fall out. The best way to do it is to turn it over and look on the back side. And everywhere you see there's a cut line, you just kind of push those wings out. And again, the little fallouts want to hold because it's cut through that adhesive. So I'm just going to empty this whole thing out. And they're not hard to get out, but for me, it's harder to see what I need to pull out if I'm looking at the shiny side. It's easier for me to see it if I'm looking on the back side. I can see what needs to be popped out. Tweezers are going to be a must. And I'm only having to do this, oh, Stacy, because of the glitter paper. Darn it, I tore her. So I was not as delicate as delicate I should be. And I tore the glitter. Right there. I tore a little piece of the glitter right off of her. That's a boo-hoo. I'm going to save this. I'm going to do her too, and then we'll cut again. This time I'll try to be a little bit more ginger. Her pieces are a little bit bigger. So at least if I do this, I can see what needs to come out. A little bit easier for me to see it. And pull them right on out. Out. And what else is in there? This one is in there, and that one's in there. That one's in there. Okay, I think I've got them all. Well, looks like there's might be one right there. All right, so I think I've got them all. But I lost a little bit of her hand. So I'm just going to recut. So I've got two. I'm not going to get rid of these two. I'll do something, but I'm going to recut them one more time. go ahead and we'll do make sure we get her on this time. All right, bring our machine back and we'll try one more time. Trim this down just a little bit. Zoop. And maybe if I run it back and forth and then rotate, it'll be a little bit easier to get them out. Let's try that. As long as I'm having to do it again, let's do it again. So I didn't change my sandwich at all. It's still my base platform, my solo shim, my precision base plate, my paper, my die, and my do not cut plate. So I rolled them back and forth. Now I'm going to rotate and go back and forth and see if that helps at all. See if that makes it a little bit easier for me to get them out. So by rotating the die, it lets the roller in your machine, no matter whose machine you're using, it lets it hit that die on a different plane, a different linear plane, helping it cut that die. If you roll a die back and forth and back and forth and back and forth without moving it, it's hitting the roller exactly the same way and it's not going to change anything. So let's see if I got her out a little bit better. Well, they cut out really well. And you're still going to have to pop them. But I think I'm probably less popping and more pulling at this point. They really are coming out very easy. But it is because of that glitter. That really keeps them kind of tied in there. All right, so there's one, and I'm going to save this piece, and let's try the next one, and then we'll move on. Trying to find a good point to pull her from. That's not it. There we go. Well, that's definitely easier. So I rolled back and forth and then rotated and rolled back and forth again. And they're definitely a little bit easier coming out, but you're still going to have to take a moment or two to get them all popped out. Not that they didn't cut, they just don't want to fall out. A little push, and out they go. Oh yeah, that one came out really good. This one was much easier. All right. So I think we're close enough. Sometimes that, maybe it's a foil that they put on top of it that has that glitter look. All right, she's good. All right, so now I have a few to work with. and a little bit of a hot mess. Oh, I also have her. Oh, I got her too. Okay, so I've got a few to work with. And let me grab the paper from Bella Luna. Pretty paper. So it has the beautiful 6x6. Then it has the matching 8x8 vellum. And then it has the matching cardstock. There we go. So the paper is double-sided, and it really just is gorgeous. It's dark, yes, but when I saw this and I saw the fairies, I knew I had the fairies. I thought, oh my gosh, this is the perfect paper for those fairies. It's just lovely. So let's grab a sheet or two. Which one do we want to play with first? Play with her first. And what sheet do I want to put her on? I don't want it too green. Ooh, that's very pretty. That's very pretty. We're going to do this one. And I saw one more little fallout. Right there. Okay. So I picked a sheet of paper. It's beautiful. As I said, all of the paper in the Bella Luna is beautiful. And the vellum is just as lovely. It's stunning paper. And I'm going to want to place her maybe here. I'm going to cut this down and I'm going to make it into a regular card size. But when I did this, when I was playing with this, I kind of struggled with it a little bit because I wasn't crazy that her wings were see-through. I don't know why it bothered me that you could see the paper behind it. Now, I could certainly go in and paper piece something back into her wings. I could cut her wings out of a pretty colored cardstock and go ahead and individually piece her wings back together. But remember when I said I wanted to find something to do with this? Because I bought the set because I wanted you to have the opaque white pin. This is important. This I was like, okay, well, that's a nice little added bonus, wahoo kachoo, but I wanted to figure out something to do with it. So, remember, I saved my negatives. Now, because this paper has this plasticky coating on the top, it is different than a regular cardstock. In fact, this cardstock it's buckled just a little bit. I had a lot of it on there and it buckled just a little bit because, well, cardstock is porous. Everything seeps right into it. This being that it has this plasticky, glittery covering over the top of it, this beautiful glitter effect over the top of it, that makes this non-porous, which means that this isn't ever going to actually absorb in. It's always going to sit on top. So it's almost like having a piece of stencil material for all intents and purposes. And I thought, what could I do with this? And I thought, what if I took, and let's see, I want to see where I want to place her. Maybe there. I just have to get close. And I tape her down. So I'm just using some washi tape. And I tape her on down. Oh, don't want to cover up that foot. Well, I guess it's not going to matter if I cover up that foot. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then I take this gouache, and I take a foamy brush with a foamy pad. And I put a little bit of it on. It's probably going to take a little more than that. Now, I don't want to do her whole body in white. I want to do just her wings. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stencil, because for all intents and purposes, what I have in front of me, this piece is a stencil. It's plastic. It's not going to absorb the paint, so it's not going to warp. I can use it again and again and again. Okay. I could have done her whole body, but there's really no reason to. If you want to, you absolutely can. In fact, we'll do it just because. Now I know because she's got the little separation in her legs, I'll have a little white down there, but let me show it to you just in case, just so you see you could do it if you wanted. Let's say you're not one to be careful. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna do the whole thing. Okay, there. I've got some white on the whole thing. Let's just say I was not neat and precise, and by the time I realized it, I might as well just finish her up. Now I could just use her as a stencil. But remember, I didn't want her wings see-through. I mean, it's fine see-through. It's okay. They're cute. But if I take the negative, which I have, I didn't make anything special. When I die cut, I got the negative for free. What if I took it and then I laid her right over the top? And because she's an exact match, now you don't see the white all the way around her because she's an exact match. But her wings, you could take sparkle paste and do it. You could take colored, you could color the gouache. You could color the gouache with re-inkers, whatever you want to do. I just wanted the wings to pop a little bit more than being just on the dark. You have options, or I could just have her as a stencil. You have options. So let's put her down. I'm gonna grab some sticky dots. Sticky dots, hello sticky dots. Make sure that they're on the right side, and remember, if you need to, see there's no sticky dots on this one, I can tell that already. No sticky dots on this one. If you need to, just wipe the sticky dots off the liner. So I'm gonna put her down. Hello. Give her a good rub. Sticky dots are by Simply Defined. There's hundreds of thousands of dots on them. I can bring her back. It dries very quickly because it's an acrylic paint. It dries very, very fast. And now I can just line her right up on top of herself. And I've got some color behind those wings. Now that pen, remember the pen? When you start it, you'll push it down to get it going. Gotta prime it a little bit. Mine's been primed, and then all of a sudden, your paint flows. Well, I can go in there and I can brighten up my stars. I don't necessarily have to do all of them, but I certainly can do a handful of them just to brighten up my paper. Because they are definitely whiter than white once you add the dots. It just makes them, you don't do all of them, it just makes some of them, it makes them pop. And you can do the little tiny ones, the itty bitties. You just don't press very hard. You can do some itty bitty ones. And I think I'm good. Now I can take and decide, what do I want to mat it with? So let's bring over the luxury linen cardstock, which is a white core cardstock. It is not a color core. Their little dots are the strongest little dots ever. Little sealing dots that close them all up. There we go. So it is, and see that dried, nothing smeared. Let's see what colors I've got. So it is meant, oh, see, it's meant to coordinate. It really is meant to go right along with the colors in here. That's beautiful. I might have to do that one. This one's stunning. I'm like over them. It's hard for me to pick which paper I love the most because I think they're all beautiful. The back sides are simpler. The front sides have a little bit more to them. But I think they're all absolutely gorgeous. All right, I've picked some paper. Linen cardstock. All the colors that will coordinate with what is in the Bella Luna collection. Oh, that one was dreamy. That one was dreamy. It might be too bright for this, but it sure is pretty. Well, I think I'm going to do it anyway. So now, talking to myself. All right, so I'm going to cut this down. Kind of trim it off a little bit. Now I could keep it this size if I wanted to make a 6x6 card. But I'm just going to take it down just a little bit. And then you've got your cardstock here that I'm going to just cut myself off a nice little hack of this. Okay, I'm going to trim that, or I'm going to put that down. I'm going to mat it down. Those little dots of that pin make such a difference. And you can write using that pen. You could even come in, dare I do it? I I mean, you could even come in and add some highlight and some shadow. Just kind of smudge it. Just add a little bit to brighten up my moon a little bit. Oh yeah. Let's brighten up my moon a little bit. I'm going to go too far, I know that. Oh no, I like my brighter moon. I like this pin. So often we have dark paper and we have no way of lightening it up, and this just does it. Told you I'm going to go too far. All right, I'm going to stop. No, stop. All right, let's go back to matting. Okay, so I've got my paper. Just mat it on down. Trim off the excess. You would use a trimmer. I tend to freehand everything. I don't claim to be the world's greatest freehander. Sometimes I hit it right on. Sometimes not so much. There's one mat, and then let's finish it off with the second. Do we want it that color? Ooh, maybe we want to do, maybe I'm being crazy. Am I being crazy thinking that this might work? Ooh, I think that's beautiful. I'm not being crazy. Okay. So I'm just going to wash, rinse, and repeat. Cut this down. So the dies are simple to use. It's the glitter ombre paper that requires you to use it with a precision base plate. I think if we were just using cardstock, you wouldn't need a precision base plate to cut these dies. But I love that ombre paper. It makes my heart happy, that glitter paper. The first time I saw it, when I got a pack of it, and not knowing what I was getting. And then when I opened it, because the cover of it really is very uninspiring, Crafter's Companion. You don't fully understand the magnificence of what's inside from the cover. Just saying. So I've made it too long. I'm not going to bother to tear it off or trim it down. I'm just going to fold it right back into itself because it is double-sided tape. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to like the green because she's a little bit of green. And let's just trim it on down. There's not much trimming to do here. All right. Now I want to add a sentiment. And I do love the sentiment, the birthday wishes. Oh my gosh, this one is so beautiful. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut that out of my ombre paper. Which piece would I like to use? Maybe the pink? Do I have a little piece of pink? No. Nope, no pink. Okay, let's just cut a little piece of pink. And I think I might grab, while I'm at it, a little wand. And maybe I can get that out of my pink too, if I'm careful. And I think I might grab one of my tiny little fairies, because she's so flippin' cute. And we'll just cut that out of blue. I'm just mixing all my colors up here. Being wild and crazy with the colors. Okay, so there's that. And I've got this little piece left over. And I've got that little piece left over. And now let's die cut. So I'm going to bring my machine back over. I'm still going to use my precision base plate. I still need my precision base plate. I've got my word. I'm going to try and get my little wand, and then I've got a tiny little fairy right there, and I'm going to send them through and bring them back. I don't know that I'm going to have to rotate it, but I am going to send them through and I am going to bring them back, and then we'll take a look. The nice thing about the fact that it's the glitter paper is that if it didn't cut through, the dies don't just fall out. So you could put it back in to recut without having to reline anything up. But they cut out pretty good. Pull out all the fallouts that would on any other paper just normally come out. There we go. All the little doodads come out. The R for the birthday. The H. This is a beautiful die, this birthday wishes. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. And then my little wand. And I'm going to pop the little star out of the center because I want it to be open. There we go. And then my other little fairy, and then we're going to put this one together and then we're going to move on. So I don't need those. I don't need that. I need her. And she just kind of pops right on out. Two little pieces to pop out, and that's it on her. Tweezers are going to be your friend. Thankfully, my Simply Defined tweezers are back in stock after 3 years. Let's grab sticky dots. Hello, sticky dots. And let's bring my card back. And let's see where we're going to put everything. So I think I'm going to put birthday wishes there. And I think I can either sit her on top of my moon, or I can sit her right on top of my birthday wishes. And then my little wand. And how flippin' cute is this? I gotta put it all down, but easy. So grab my 3 that I need to get sticky dotted. I'll tell you there's sticky dots right there. And it feels like there's sticky dots right there. There's sticky dots right there. Give a good press, press, press. So all those little dots transferred to the back of my die, allowing me to not use any kind of liquid adhesive. And put it on down. And you have time, so if you don't get it straight, you just pull it up and move it. And then my little fairy, I don't know, do I want her here or do I want her up here? Oh, she's very cute up there. She's just sitting on the moon. Just sitting on the moon. And then my little wand. Which if you really want to, you can wrap her little hand around. Birthday wishes. But I like that my wings have some color to them. I didn't like it because they kind of disappeared a little bit. Now I would love to go in there with just a little bit of sparkle or a little bit of something, but adding that white made those wings pop. They needed to pop. I really did feel like they got lost in the just on the paper. I think that there's a difference. Now you may like it this way and easy peasy, you don't have to do anything more than put her down. But using the die cut, the negative as your stencil, hello, how easy was that to do? You already have it, you made it when you die cut her out. So here is our first one. And now we're gonna move on because I wanna go to the vellum. Like vellum, yeah, we're gonna play with the vellum because I wanna show you that you can do this almost the same thing using vellum, but vellum is not a material that likes to get wet. Let me grab the vellum. So the Bella Luna vellum is 8 by 8. I don't want to lose this paper because I might come back to it. I've got all my little guys here. I'm going to open it up. It's 8 by 8 and it's printed vellum. Man, they make this hard. There we go. And it's equally as beautiful as the 6 by 6 paper. So I'm going to grab a piece of white paper just to kind of back it so you can see. It almost glows. Vellum has this look to it where it almost glows. It's so pretty. And all the designs, I mean, they're just beautiful. Yes, they are dark, absolutely, but it is a night scene. That's the one I just used. I think I'm gonna use that one. No, I already did that one. Put it back, put it back. Which one do I wanna use? Decisions. Okay, so I don't know if I wanna use that one. This one's very pretty. It's very pretty. All right, let me see. I'm gonna play with those three and see if which one speaks to me. So vellum does not like to get wet at all with anything. If you're using alcohol ink on it, you have to be quick. An alcohol ink marker will work, but otherwise it doesn't necessarily like to get wet. What happens when it gets wet? Well, let me show you. This is gonna hurt me as much as this is gonna hurt you. This is just water. That's all I'm spraying is water. Give it a second. And slowly but surely, ooh, maybe it won't. We'll see. It's not curling. I'm almost tempted to see if I hold it up. Not bad. Little ripple here. Okay, well, it's starting to move a little bit. But for vellum, that's not bad. I mean, most of the time, it curls up to a little ball of nothing. Let's take another one and let me cut it down and see if maybe it's the size that kept it from curling. And let me try it. So I'm gonna do this one. So it's it's curling a little bit, but nothing that we can't work with. Not bad. Usually it would have rolled up into a little tiny roll of something. Not bad for vellum. Let's do a smaller piece and see. This one I'm gonna go doot, doot, and see what happens. And this one I'm gonna turn backwards on the back side and go boop, boop, and see what happens. Okay, this one's starting to move way more than this one. You can actually, whoa, there it goes. That's what I'm used to vellum doing. But maybe because it's printed, the printing is keeping it from curling as much as vellum normally does. And I used a lot of water. I mean, I really misted it. See, this one I did on the back and it curled right away. This is what I'm used to vellum doing. But this on the front, now this one's curled a little bit. I mean, it's wanting to curl in, but still for vellum, this is still absolutely usable because you can tape it on down. I have to say, I'm a little surprised. Pleasantly surprised, because nobody's going to mist vellum as much as I just did. All right, let's play. So what did I do with the sheets that I wanted? I have them here. Let's just play. And let's decide what fairy we want and where we want the fairy to be. This one's very pretty. I'm gonna put a piece of white paper underneath it just to help me see a little bit better. And I know I have this one, right? Yes, I have this one. So do we want to put her there, like right on the water, looking up at the moon? because then I could save down here. So it would be cut maybe there. And do I want to do her wings so her wings stand out? To me, the answer is yes. To me, the answer is yes. So I know that I have her negative here. Well, I have two of them because I had to cut her twice. Remember? Because that happened. Oh, but that's really pretty. What could I put on the top of that? What could I put on the top of that? I don't want my fairies going in opposite directions. I've got some little butterflies. I've got some stars. She looks very pretty down there. Anybody have an option? I really do like her. All right, well, we're going to use her because she's got a little blemish in her because I pulled too hard and pulled off some of the glitter paper. But I think she looks beautiful on there. So I'm going to grab the negative. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the white. And I'm going to taper on down. So this is printed vellum, which took the water surprisingly good. Normally it just curls on up, but when we did do it on the wrong side, boy, did it ever curl. All right, so let's get our white gouache. And let's see how we do. So I'm going to just do her wings. Now, because it's printed vellum, it's giving me a little bit of a mottled effect. And I could let that dry and come back in over the top and add another layer if I wanted it to be solid, but I kind of like it. Kind of gives it texture. So I'm going to leave it be. And I'm going to pull it up. But let's just say, oh no, Stacy, what did you do? You got white right here. Oh no, do I have to get a whole new piece of paper? No, we just saw that the vellum held the water fairly good. So if I were to take a little bit of a baby wipe and literally just wipe off my excess paint, this has far less water than me going shh, 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 shh. And I fixed it. So again, this is not changing. It's not seeping through. It's not rolling up. It's not peeling off because it's a plastic. I can take her now. That still bothers me. I will have to get over it. And line her up. So that now her wings have a little color behind them so they're not so lost. And maybe I want to come in with my pen and I want to add some white to really brighten up my stars. I really want them to pop. And it does make a dramatic difference when you add the white. I'm going where she's going to sit. You don't have to do them all, unless you want to. All right, I think I'm going to put her on down. Got my sticky dots. I cleaned up my mess, and if there's still a little bit there, that's from where I had taped it down. I went to the edge. Done. Piece of cake. Clean. Pull her up. And let's line her on up. So I can't go in. I can't go in and color with my white. Can't take this and go in and color with my white because this will go right on top of that glitter paper and well, you're done then. It'll cover the glitter paper with white. I can't cut two of them and have it shadow because you'll still be able to see through the wings. But by using the negative as a mask to add some color down, to give those wings a little pop without it affecting the rest of the die, using what they gave you. Okay, so then let's see. What's another saying? I've got birthday wishes. I've got make a wish. Well, let's cut it down. Maybe that's okay. And I've got my make a wish. Maybe I put my make a wish. Let's cut it. What do we want to cut it with? What color sounds good? I've got a piece of this bright blue. Oh, but I've got a piece of this pretty. I got this. That would be pretty, right? And Maybe I cut one of my other little fairies. Where would I want to put one? That's cute. What color do we want to do that one? Maybe I do that in, I have that blue. Since I've got a swatch of it, I might as well use it. So let's see what these look like once I put them together on the vellum. Bring over my machine, die cut. I'm looking for my die. Where'd you go? And this is probably just a roll up and a roll back, but definitely on my precision base plate because of that glitter paper. And they're all the ombre sheets, so they go from one color into the next. And this one goes into all the colors. That's just beautiful. Hello there. Okay, bring them over and see what I got. Oh, that one came right out. Bring her back. A little piece of white paper under it. So the vellum looks a little different than the 6x6 cardstock because it has that kind of hazy, wistful, soft focus type of look to it. Oh, I like it. I'd like it better if I took the tape off this die. There, now it won't stick to my cutting pad anymore. Okay. So pull. And get out all my little fallouts. Because they're not just going to fall out because of the type of paper we're using. And we have the same thing with an opulent paper. You have to go in there and kind of pull everything out. It cuts beautifully. It just likes to hold everything in place. That little fallout on the H. Make a wish. Oh, she's cute. What do we want to put in her hand? She needs something, right? Maybe a little star? I think I can get the star out of that little piece of yellow. And then we'll put her all down and mat her on up. And move on. Well, I maybe got the middle one. I got the middle one. Okay, I'm okay with that. I could do this all night long putting these together. Oh my gosh. I never make anything and I can't stop with these. Okay. Gonna put on my sticky dots and let's get it all down. She's already down, so that's easy peasy. Come on. Give a good rub, rub, rub. And let's pull off my Make-A-Wish. And I liked it right over here. And my little star that she is holding. Right in her hand. And my little blue fairy up in front of my moon. Now for me, and this is a personal preference, I like to back my vellum on white when it's a dark vellum like this. The vellum is very dreamy in its color. It's very soft. So I want to show you what happens when you change the background. So here it is on dark, just on blue. And here it is on white. A darker background. A lighter background. Let's even go with that lighter green. Not as dark, but still a colored background versus the white. So I tend to like the white because you can really see a difference. But I don't want the white to be the matte that you see. So I always cut my white a little bit. Ooh, I cut this really close. I always cut my white a little bit smaller than what my vellum is. I just need it a little bit smaller than what my vellum is. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just there to grab that color. So I can take a little bit more off the sides because I don't need it to be exactly the same size. The idea is to not see it. A little bit more. Okay, so it's not a perfect cut. But it's going to be fine on this side. It just keeps that color coming through. And how do I put my vellum down? I just use Stacy tape. That's it. I just use Stacy tape. You would do a better job of taping down than I am. A little extra piece over there. And then once I get my white down, I just need that white just so it doesn't show. But it keeps that brightness to it, but it still has that softness of the vellum. But I don't want that white to be my matte. Let's see what colors I've got in here to play with. Ooh, I love this. I'm gonna guess out of some of this I'll figure it out. That's pretty. What do we think about that? Or do we like it with the green? I don't know much about that one. I'm not sure about the green. Or a blue. That blue is too dark. But maybe. Maybe like that. I think it needs that light color. We're gonna go with the light color. And then I'll figure it out from there. So we'll mat it down. I've got the white on the other side, which keeps it from looking too dark. I have colored the wings in to help keep them a little more visible. I've used my white pen to pop my stars and make them a little bit brighter. And I'm just a go for it kind of girl. It's only paper. It's handmade. One mat. And I think that's the winner chicken dinner. This Bella Luna is lovely. And I had no idea. I loved the fairies. I just didn't know what to use them with. Sometimes I'll bring product in and it'll sit here for months until I find just the right coordinating something to go with it. It has to make sense. It has to tell the story. And not all, I can't ask every manufacturer to tell the whole story. I mean, they can't do every single product, the paper, the dies, the stamps, the stencils. They have a budget too. So I wait until I find happiness. And I think with these two collections, I did. And then that white pen and that ombre glitter pad, holy smokes artichokes. Done. Love, love, love these. Let's see. Love these. So I'm going to do her wings in white again real quick. Pull out this little piece right there that needs to come out. I'm going to do her wings in white real quick, and I'm going to make a stand-up card. So here she is. Put her close to the edge. Make a vertical card as opposed to a horizontal card. A little bit more on my, just so. So this piece has already been die cut out. This was the negative. I didn't have to make anything new to be able to add a little bit of something. My white, and I'm just gonna do her wings. So I'm on paper now. I'm back to paper, and you can see the coverage is much different. I'm also not going to be able to clean the paper up as easy. The vellum, it just kind of wiped off. It'll still wipe off, but this is paper, so you can't use too much water at all. And I'm only going to do her wings this time. Last time I went all the way down. This time I'm just going to do her wings. I don't know that you need to save this because if you are not going to cut her out of glitter paper, out of this ombre glitter paper the next time, then yeah, save this. If you're going to cut it out of cardstock the next time, then you can still do the same thing with this. It doesn't go bad. You see, I just think they pop. It just helps. This is lovely. You may like this better. My preference is with the white. You could take a little glitter paste. You could do all sorts of things because you have this. So let's go ahead and let's put her down real quick. And then we're going to move to the embossing folder. I really could use this ombre glitter paper all day long. I love the collection. I love making these cards, even though I'm not a fairy girl. I mean, I didn't think I was, but I think I might be. She needs a little something in her hand and a sentiment. Which sentiment do we want? What if we did the happy birthday at the bottom and the little fairy sitting on it? And I've got this little moon out of this set. I'm looking for my ombre paper. Hello. I do my moon. Do my moon right there. And my happy birthday, maybe right there. You're like, you're cutting it all up. I know. And my little fairy out of the green. Okay, I promise we'll do this one and then I'm done. Then we move on to the embossing folder because you need to see the embossing folder. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and send them on through. Let's see how I did. Grab a sheet of sticky dots. Ooh, I grabbed a new sheet. Can I open it though? Yes, look at that. Easy peasy. Brand new sheet of sticky dots. Wahoo ka-choo. So I've got one piece that comes out. I've got my word that I'll have to help pop out. You're going to find this with just about any glitter paper that you're going to need to help pop it out. Ooh, ah, Stacy. All right. I broke it. Sometimes I just get too heavy-handed. I forget that it is just paper. Okay, so I've got those two. That's good. Let's do this one more time. This time I'll try not to be so heavy-handed. One and back. It looks good. Yeah, I had to call somebody to tell me how to pronounce gouache. It rhymes with squash. That's how I'm going to be able to, I hope it rhymes with squash. If not, y'all are going to be correcting me in the live chat. Can't we just call it white paint? I'm sure there's a reason that it's called gouache. Okay, that one came out beautiful. So I have birthday wishes. Oh, I love this. I have her sitting there. I have my moon over here. And let's get it down. Okay. Birthday wishes. With her sitting right on top. With my moon. Here, I still didn't put anything in her hand, but so be it. Right on there. Zoop. My goodness, you could pre-die cut all of the little fairies and take it to your Girl Scout troop. And have them make cards. I think everybody likes the fairies once they get started. And the paper is just so perfect. That's too dark. Well, I don't know that it really goes, but I'm going with it because I love the color. And I think a pop of color is a wonderful thing. All right, so this one is now done. Love the white, and the only way to get that without making a mess is to use the stencil that you make by cutting the negative. So we made this one. We made this one. We've done a few, but it is time to move on. Let's talk about the embossing folder. Let's find the embossing folder. Here it is. So this is part of the Bella Luna collection. And it is a 2D embossing folder. It is not 3D. Okay, and I don't know, did they print it? They confuse me every time. Okay, so it is indexed. So this is the top. Now, the paper The Bella Luna paper, it is white core. See, it's not color core, it's white core. If it were a solid cardstock, it would be like my black, where it's black all the way through. This is printed. It starts as white paper and the color is printed on top of it, unlike my solid core, which is where the pulp is dyed to the color. Totally different paper. What makes a white core paper special is that you can sand it. So what color do we want to use? They had that really olivey. Do we like the olivey? I am so prone to that to that teal. Well, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? We don't like it. So I'm going to emboss with an embossing folder. Now, all an embossing folder is, it's just a molded piece of plastic. It is one of the easiest ways to craft, and it's one of the most economical ways to craft. Embossing folders tend to be on the more inexpensive side of crafting, and because you can use them forever if you take care of them, they're just a molded piece of plastic. That's all it is. But what it does is magic. So if I put my paper in there, and because they have indexed this embossing folder, and when I say indexed, I mean they put the image on the front of it. That should tell you that this is the front side. So if I were going to, let's just say, do they have a piece that doesn't have a moon? Do you have a piece that doesn't have a moon? Any piece that doesn't have a moon? Because I got a moon. I'm going to guess because the word Luna is in there, every piece has got a moon. I might be able to get away with this piece. Let's say double-sided paper. What side of the paper do you want to see on your finished project? If it is indeed correct that this is the front side because this is the index side, it's the one with the picture, if I want to see this on my project, I would put that in. But if I want to see this on my project, that's the side that I put in. See, I'm still going to get that moon. I'm still going to get the moon. Well, we're going to try anyway. So if I wanted to see this side, that's what I would see. I've got my green to start with, and green is white core. So I'm putting it in. I'm going to bring my machine over. Now, I don't need my precision base plate anymore. This is an embossing folder, and it's an easy embossing folder. I'm also not going to need my shim. I shouldn't. I should be able to use just my base platform and 2 cut plates. So it's not going to cut into my plate at all because all it is plastic, and it's smooth plastic on both sides. Let's send it on through and let's see what happens. Again, knowing this is a 2D folder and not a 3D folder. Now you can mist your folder, or mist your paper. People do that and they say they get a deeper impression. There we go. Let's see what we've got. So we're taking our plain piece of paper and magically making it have that image is now embossed right on it. And with a sanding block, hello sanding block, I can take and just very gently sand my image. And that sanding block is going to take off that top layer of paper, exposing the white. And when I expose the white, the sanded image becomes more noticeable. It becomes more visible. Now, some people are not crazy about white core paper, and others love it because it gives you options. So now when I hold it up, I can see what my image is much clearer, much easier, and it has an embossed feel, so it's raised up. And then I can start to decorate. I'm not crazy about that color. I'm not crazy about it. I think I'm gonna redo it in the blue. So I'm gonna cut a piece off. Put it in. Send it on through with my base platform. One cut pad, whether it's clean, dirty, cracked, whatever. My embossing folder with the paper that I want to see on my finished project facing me, the image of the embossing folder facing me, my top plate, and send it on through. I like this blue so much. And sand it away. So this time I'm going to sand half of it and leave half of it unsanded, just so you can kind of see the difference between sanding and not. So I've sanded half of it, and you can see more of the image, but I haven't sanded any of the tree, and it is difficult to see. Now I've sanded quite a bit of the tree, but you can clearly see where I have stopped. The difference between sanding and not sanding is it's evident. It's right there. So while white core paper may not be your favorite, there's definitely a reason and a purpose for it. And I think that this is it. It now makes everything relevant and easy to see. Can you sand too much? Yes, you can sand straight through your paper if you're not careful. And then we can finish her out. Okay, I want to do one. I suppose I could try and see what this looks like sanded. And then I'm going to move to the stencil because we have stencils. So the paper itself is 6 by 6. The embossing folder is 5 by 7. So my paper is not quite big enough. So maybe I just pull it down just a little bit so I get more of the tree. But then I'm going to get the, I don't know. I say no. I'm going to pass. Nope, I'm going to go straight to the stencil. That paper is not happening for me. Just not happening. So I've got 4 stencils from Creative Expressions. They're all beautiful. This one is very fairy-like. But this one is just, it's just lovely. And this one, those little fairies fit right in there so perfectly. And then the butterflies. So, 4 stencils from Creative Expressions, and I love this one. What if I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle and fairy to this one? Maybe I want to add the sparkle and fairy to this one. No, to this one. Okay. Switch. So I'm going to tape this down. And tape this down. Bring over my stencil and tape it down as well. Maybe a little bit lower. So the paper's 6 by 6, the stencil is 6 by 6. Now you may end up cropping this down, but I might as well do the whole thing. Bring over my my gouache. It's forever going to be known as squash gouache. Got it on my finger. And just go in there and stencil it. I mean, you get the paint, well, might as well use it. What I really like is the pen, but the paint's there, and it's almost like getting the paint for free. And I think that those holes in the stencil are too small, or it would be difficult with a palette knife. think you're going to have to spounce them versus using a palette knife. So cute. I tore my paper. Stacy, gentle. It's so cute. It's that Disney-esque feeling to it. I think maybe that's why it's my favorite. It just has that Disney-esque type of feeling to it. And then she's sitting here. Okay, I'm going to wipe this up and we're going to finish this one. She's sitting there. And I want, what have I got? I've got Make a Wish here. And I've got a little fairy to go there. And I don't think I want the little thingy in her hand. Maybe a star. Yeah, let's do the star. So I'm going to do Make a Wish. I'm going to do this little fairy, and let's die cut them, and let's finish this one. I love the stencil. So I tore my paper. I'm going to trim that right off. Oh, it makes my heart happy. It just took that little forest scene and went, poof, I'm magic. Poof, I'm magic. That's what it says. Poof, I'm magic. Bring my die cutting machine right back on over. I will need to put back my solo shim because I'm using a wafer style die. Wafer, hello, super thin. I am going to need my precision base plate, intricate die. I am going to use my glitter paper. Hello, glitter paper. I'm going to do her out of that. I'm going to do my Make a Wish out of this. And I will do my star out of that. And I think I will just cut me a, I'll just cut me one little, can even do it this way to get them, use the least amount of paper. Wahaha. So star, word, fairy. Roll it through. Send it back. And let's see what we got. We got an extra star. Should I do her wings in white so that they're easier to see? Careful with my washi tape when I'm peeling it up. I would do a better job taping down than me. I'm only going to do where her wings are. Just so they stand out just a little bit more. And then my word. And I'm not matting these at all because I don't think they need it. I think right on that dark paper, they're beautiful. Pop out all my little pieces. Got my Make-A-Wish and my little fairy. And maybe a star in her hand. I have the big star. So if she goes there, and then I trim it up. Okay, let's finish it and then we'll be done. So right on my sticky dots, on my sticky dots, my sticky dots, my sticky dots, close it up, give it a good rub. Fastest and easiest way ever to put die cuts down, especially if they are intricate. Okay, she's down. I'm going to put my Make-A-Wish just loosely down. I'm not going to cement it down until I'm sure it's where I want it. so cute. Cement it down and we're good. So we played with die cuts. We played with embossing folders. Now this embossing folder can be used for anything. It has no fairies on it. It can be used for absolutely anything. The glitter ombre paper is the bomb. The dies from Jamie Rogers and Creative Expressions, amazing with this whole collection. You would think that these two companies got together and had a conversation, and yet I know that they did not. But everything looked so good together. You would have thought it came out of one company. The cards come together fast and easy. These are great in a picture right here in your layouts. These are great for layouts. The green. The blue. I struggle with the paper, deciding what I like. I won't use a whole sheet of that ombre. I just won't. I know it's me, and usually I say, no big deal, it's only paper. But even I am struggling to use that whole sheet of ombre. It's bright and happy. I'll go with it. Oh, and come back in. And for the other dots, where there's some more, I can build in some more little stars. Oh, I like it. I could have put a little snow on the, trees. Do I dare? No, don't. Just stop, Stacy. But I love that I get to add more stars. So 2 new collections. You may already have fairy dies. You may already have a white acrylic pen. You may already have gouache. You may already have gouache. If you do you need these? No. You don't. However, that ombre glitter paper is amazing. The Bella Luna collection is amazing. I'll tell you, if you have big fairies at home, I love this set. I absolutely adore this set because I love the minis. If you have minis, then grab 1 or 2 of the larger fairies. They're easy to use. They have extra embellishments that come with them. I think 2 of them come with words. I love that everything coordinates with the paper. It was like 2 companies collided to make fairy magic. And I'm done. Oh, this looks so good. Doesn't that look good? Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Happy, happy, happy. All right, you guys. We played with And I tell you, I just have this feeling that this is limited, that when they're gone because they put it under the Bella Luna brand, which is a collection for them. It's not a brand, it's a collection. And when the Bella Luna collection sells out, because it's always a one and done, when it sells out, it's gone. So maybe you have something similar to this. If so, pass it up. But if not, this is a great time to get it because it is at a wahoo kachoo price. Do not forget that these come 2 to a pack. We're selling them double. And yes, you want to keep the negative because that's what lets you do the stenciling. If you're going to cut your fairy out of the glitter, go ahead and keep it because you never know when you're going to want to stencil. And it is as smooth. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth. You're going to be shocked with that. We have the Bella Luna, the 6x6, the embossing folder, the printed vellum, the cardstock that I've been using, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the I Want It All for the Bella Luna. Do you have to get it all? No, I have it open stock too. Get what makes your heart happy, and if you looked at this and said, I am not this, that's okay. Thanks for hanging with us today. It was so much fun. I had the best time ever. I've made more samples for this collection than I think I've ever made in my life. And then of course, we've got the product from Creative Expressions and Swoon. So you've got the I Want It All would be the dies. So 1, 2, 3. So the I Want It All, you can do the I Want It All on the dies, or you can get them open stock, whatever makes your heart happy. If you're all about stencils, easy peasy. The stencils, we have an I Want It All on the stencils, or you can get them open stock. Easy peasy. Is there an I Want It All for absolutely everything? No, because the manufacturers don't have the same quantities. Some things I have more of, some things I have very, very little of. I'm not going to tell you what I have very, very little of, but some things I have oodles of and some things I only have a few. But oh my gosh, I just love this. So cute. And that glitter paper is really amazing. I wish we could ship 12 by 12 paper. We just can't. If we could have, I would have done the 12. Well, HSN had the 12 by 12. If you were lucky enough to get it from HSN, wahoo kachoo for you. You did a great job. I understand they sold out super fast. All right, sample time. Well, here, let me show you my first one. And then let me show you my second one. Look familiar at all? And I like that I colored my moon. Look at, I love that I added the white, just a little bit of that white pen and kind of schmoozed it with my finger. Yes, schmoozed is a word. Yes, it is. And I love her sitting up there. And then this one, look familiar? I like that the wings have something in them. And this was just the simplest way to get it done. You were gonna have that piece left over anyway. I think it looks so much better with the wings done. But you can disagree and I will respect your opinion. I will still do it the way I like, but I will respect your opinion. So pretty. And so easy to do. I did this one too. And look at the little stars are going up above and it's Make-A-Wish. And then one totally different, completely different. And then another one, completely different. Love the, oh, they cut into the paper. That's a negative. That's beautiful. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And here she's sitting on the mushrooms. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And here you have From the small pack, you've got the tree and the minis and the little flowers. The word love is from one of the larger fairies. And here, this was done just with the vellum. That's all. No fairies, just with the vellum. The birthday wishes came out of one of the fairy set. I love that font. The vellum, the die, the sentiment, done. And here's with one of the stencils and the birthday sentiment. So that's the stencil we use today. They just did it all over the place. They kind of moved it around after they did it to get a random pattern as opposed to it going into a 6x6. And here's the mini fairy, and the floral comes in that. Here she is sitting on the moon. She comes with the moon. And the stencil, look at how pretty. And here we have one of the stencils, no fairy at all. And the sentiment says, just for you. Done in a glitter paste. I have a feel, yeah, I did this one. I had so much fun. And those I made I put a little bit of, after I did the white, I put a little bit of silver glitter just to have them like be a little iridescent. And then hold on to your horses. This one is by Danny. Danny, Holy Smokes Artichokes. That's drop dead gorgeous. This is beyond drop dead gorgeous. And this was done, she did this with paints. This is magnificent. Holy Smokes Artichokes. Wow. That's the die. She added a little something to her wings too. Good, I'm glad I'm not the only one. And then we come over here. And here we've used the stencil and our fairies. And we cut the moon out of one of the papers just to fill the hole in if we wanted to. This is so easy. This is just the die, 2 die cuts and a few little blings. Okay, is this Danny too? No, this is Emma. Hello, Emma. Wow. Give it up to Emma. This is one of the design team members. Danny and Emma are on the design team for Creative Expressions. They did some of the samples. We did some of the samples. I think we might have done a little bit more than they did, but wow. I mean, hello. Phenomenal. Emma Kemp, well done you. Yay. So just the paper and a sentiment. It's got the glitter ombre as the mat. So we use more of the glitter paper, obviously, and Joe, hello, Joe. Between Danny and Emma and Joe, I can tell the difference who did Creative Expressions and who did ours. All of ours has the ombre glitter paper on it. Creative Expressions didn't have the ombre glitter paper, but it didn't matter. Joe knocked it out of the park. Wow. And see, she used a white pen to add the accents. You know where you're going to get that? Right here. Hello, that acrylic pen, you're going to need that to add your accents. The little highlights. This one is us. The next one is them. And this is Christine. Oh, it's so soft and so pretty. And I think this one would be an SMS girl, Yvette. Yep, I'm right. where she used the embossing folder. She added a little luster wax to it. We have our little fairy sitting on top. Mary, this one's ours because this is the Creative Expressions die, no fairy. It comes with the fairy, but she's not sitting on it. And this is the Crafter's Companion paper. What a different look. Look at completely beautiful. Gosh, I should have done one in this color scheme. Should we? No. No. You all said no with me. I could feel it. Should we do one in that? No. So pretty. Love it sitting on it. Look at that, just darling. All right, you guys, this is me, Stacy. What do we think? I had a great time. I had the best time ever. This was a fun class. I did not know I would get so hooked on those darn fairies. Between the white paint and the white ink and the fairies and the ombre glitter, I just found sheer joy in all of it. I've made 6 or 7 samples. That never happens. Never. I'm the technique girl. I'm the one who's going to show you how to use it all. And then the SMS girls and sometimes the design team from the manufacturer, they help out and they make beautiful things. But I could not stop. I had to stop. But I know I could sit here for another 2 hours after the taping is over, and I could just keep going because I've got it all out in front of me right now. Why put it away if I'm gonna keep making, right? All right, you guys, so I am Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and where are you gonna find all of this amazing stuff? Well, these are exclusive to us. Why? Because I bought them all. Sometimes you just have to, sometimes you gotta put your money where your mouth is, and I wanted them, and they were like, and I said, I want them, and they said, and I said, now. I said, how much? How many do you have? And then I did the math. I can afford that. I'll take them all. We're selling them as a 2-pack, so you can't buy just one. You got to get 2. So give one as a Christmas gift or buddy up with a friend and split the cost. And that's because I had to buy all of them. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's the most beautiful paper ever. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so you can only get those here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. The Jamie Rogers Creative Expression stuff, it is widely available. Maybe your independent retail store has them. Go visit them. Tell them that Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple says hello. Hello. Now that I am a licensed designer for Sizzix, I've been talking to more independent stores because that's part of my gig is that I have meetings now on Zoom with independent stores, talking to them about my line and showing them what's coming and getting input back from them. So if you have an independent retail store, go see if they've got the Jamie Rogers collection from Creative Expressions. The Bella Luna, the rest of the Bella Luna, well, with the stencils as well. I think these are widely available. But the Bella Luna paper, I don't think this has launched yet. I think it is a first to market here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. You could take a look for it. HSN may have it. I don't know, and if they do, I don't think they usually bring in the 6x6. But take a look around, and if you can't find it, then it's here. So if you love it, and if you don't, that's okay too. There's always something else coming down the crafty pipeline. I know that for sure. All right, you guys, it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me be joyful in my creativity today. I had a blast. I'm trying to think of what is next week. Well, the next time I see you will be on Monday for our Make It Monday event, where we bring you product that is anywhere from $80 to $100, sometimes a little bit more, for just $19.99. One bundle. That's it. One bundle. And it's between $80 and $100 for just $19.99. Please keep in mind that come December, all Make It Mondays in December will be warehouse sale. So we'll start with one company, a few companies the first Monday, and then the second Monday we'll add a few more companies, and then the third Monday we'll add a few more companies. So if you love a value, if you love $20 dies for $1.99, if you like 50-cent stamps, well, that's an event for you. And will we have a YouTube on the weekend of Thanksgiving? Oh, you bet we will. We are not doing a big Black Friday event, but I do have something very, very special for you. Absolutely. And it is so budget friendly that I think your heart will be happy. All right, you guys. Again, me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and thank you. Thank you for being part of my life. I value each and every one of you, and I so appreciate you. Bye, everybody.